and welcome to episode 27 of the Yarnniffler podcast. My name is Sam, I'm a university student from Belgium and I love to knit and crochet while I'm not studying and sometimes when I'm studying. Hi, welcome back. I love to talk about all the yarny things. Everything I mention I try to link down below. So if you just click show more or the little arrow in the description box, you'll get all the information. All the links go to Revelry, so if your Revelry is not accessible to you, just let me know and I'll try to help you out with any of your other questions. Just leave a comment. If you're returning, hi, welcome back. I hope you're happy to see how much progress I've made, and if you're new here, hi. I like to talk your ear off for I don't know how long about all the yarny things. Today is June 23rd, Friday. It's about 8:30 in the morning, so I'm recording this just before I'll pack my bags to go to work and then go home for the weekend. So yes, first up is what I'm wearing. I'm not gonna be wearing it for very long because it's pretty hot already getting here in Belgium, where in the last 2 weeks we've had a bit of a heat wave, about 30 degrees or more most days, but yesterday we had a full day of rain. Or like from 11 and 12 onwards there was non-stop rain, so that really made for a bit of a cooler weather now, but the sun is coming up, so yes, probably will be heating up, and I'm getting already a little bit too warm, but I've been wearing this morning and it was perfect. So what I am wearing, maybe let me try to show you best. So this is it. I'll just take it off and show you, that will go better. So this is the Darren pullover by Jacqueline Cieslak from her Embody book. So it's a book that has about has a couple of patterns, but like this is the pullover. You can even make it a vest or a more t-shirt style. You can make it a cardigan. So it all just has the same fit, but you can like choose your ease and choose everything. You have a lot of possibilities to do adjustments. So yeah, let me tell you what I did. I made size 4, so it's pretty long, so I chose not to crop it for myself, just because I'm learning that this kind of sweater I would like to wear with a t-shirt and jeans, and then I like a little bit of a longer sweater. I made it long sleeved. I used size 3.5 millimeter needles for the body, and then for the ribbing, which is a very interesting ribbing, I used 3.25 millimeter needles, just one size smaller. As you can see here, this is a bigger red stripe that is done with short rows to compensate your bust. So it was I did the bust adjustments. I also did the bicep adjustments. So this armhole is a bit deeper because I went for a little bit of a smaller size to have like almost no positive ease, which worked perfectly because I love one as well, and also I wouldn't have had enough yarn otherwise. Also in the back, like as you can see here, this this red stripe is longer in the back than in the front, so also your back hem is a little bit lower, which helps with when you sit down, when it rides up. Also there are are there short rows here? No, it's kind of a satin sleeve with a sleeve cap stuff, so it makes for a good fit, as you could see when I was wearing it earlier. One thing that I think I showed you last time is that this one is the second sleeve I did, and I was where you see the stitch marker. This is how much I've needed to do after last episode 2 weeks ago. So I finished it pretty quickly in like 2 days and then did the cuff. But as I showed you then, the sleeve caps are also in stripes, so it was my first time doing sleeve caps. I changed the sleeve caps from wrap and turns to German short rows, which worked perfectly, but in my mind something went wrong, and because of that the sleeve cap just looked like this, which I think is perfect. But on the other side it almost matches up perfectly, as you can see. And yeah, if you hold them close like this, yeah, you can see that it doesn't work, but it's a hand-knit sweater. Something should not be perfectly so people see that it's hand-knit, I think. Yeah, I have no problem with it, and I'm definitely not gonna be ripping it out to redo it. One of the problems I had, so I did 25 rounds of this ribbon, and in the pattern I think it's about 11 or 13 rounds. So yeah, I did almost double of that. So, but I forgot that I did that. So once I was finishing off this sleeve, I was like, yes, I'm done. And then I tried it on, and I took pictures on Instagram, and I shared it, and then I put the two sleeves together. I was like, these sleeves feel shorter on my arm. And when I at that moment laid the cuffs together, I saw that this cuff were like this, and that didn't work. So I had to like rip out the bind off and do like 10 more rows, but all worked out perfectly. It has not been blocked, even though it's been finished for over a week, but I've not been home. So for people that don't really follow me, I am a student, so that means that during the week I live where I study. It's about a 2-hour drive or a 3-hour journey with the train to get here in my student home, to get where I live with my parents, my hometown. So I block everything except maybe socks or a swatch, that can I block here, but like big sweaters I don't block here. So this one is coming with me tonight when I go home, and then I'll be blocking it, and because it's so hot and sun is shining, I'll probably just lay it out, and in a couple of hours it will be dry. Okay, what else do I want to tell you? The colors. The colors are Issachar Alpaca 2, 50% wool, 50% alpaca yarn. The red one is number, let me show you, make sure 21. The yellow one is number 3, and the brown one is E8S, the 100% Ecoline and dyed. So these yarns were left over from my Twist and Turns MKAL, and I was like, oh my god, I have so much left over, let me make sure that I let me make something with it striped. So I tried the swatch out, and I was like, okay, I had like almost double. So I had one full 50-gram skein of the yellow left, and like, I don't know, 20 grams or something. I have the exact measurements, and I will put them on Ravelry. I just have not weighed my arm, because this is something that I do when it's blocking and stuff, so that will be for tonight probably. This is all I've left of the yellow, so I still I had a little bit of my swatch if I needed it, but it was just enough. I was like, yeah, I'll have more than enough left. And then I was like, oh my god, I did not finish the cuff correctly. So that was a bit of a pickle, because I only had like 20 grams left to do 2 full sleeves with, yeah, decreases and stuff, but it worked out. This is all that I have left of the red one, I think about 20 grams. And this is what I have left of the brown one, about a full, not full, maybe 40 grams or something, 45 grams, I don't know, I have to weigh it. So yeah, I'm thinking definitely this is just a scrap that will go into my scrap blanket. Yeah, my swatches, I don't take them out, I just keep them. I have them all in the bag, and I think maybe one day I'll want to make something with it, or maybe some kids will play it, my kids or other kids, as like blankets for their dolls or something. So yeah, at the moment I'm still keeping all my scraps, my swatches, and I'll see what I do with it. So yeah, this is going back into my stash, and then I'll see once I have an idea what to do with it, because this is not a lot anymore. I was thinking maybe like some kind of top, but I don't think I will have enough, so yeah, we'll see. So I'll be taking these one home, and so this is maybe one thing I wanted to show you. So you finish off your neckline with just an I-cord, and it's a pretty deep scoop neck, like with this shirt. If I pull down the shirt just enough, the letters don't come up, so as you saw when I did the beginning. But yeah, it's more for like just a simple shirt, or have a couple of like more scoop neck or v-neck shirts, which is will go with more perfectly. But I really love the colors. I really think if I look that those ones really work with me as well. They are pretty autumny for the summer, but yeah, whatever. I love the colors, and I was like, okay, I'm making something, and this almost felt like a free sweater. And how could I explain this? This is because of course, I bought the kit. It's a kit I bought from Stephen and Penelope, so I had enough yarn to make just a turn shawl. But I have more than half of it left, and I was like, oh my god, I can make the shawl again, which I definitely wouldn't do. Or I could just make something else with it. But in my mind, I painted already just for the kit, for the MK. So this yarn was just sitting in my stash, and was like, yeah, you can use me whenever you want. And I didn't feel like I needed to pay anything for the sweater. But also, like, I love it that I can now wear this sweater together with my Twists and Turns MK, which has the shawl has a pretty deep, an interesting middle part, which comes around here, so it like would work perfectly. So I'm thinking about maybe doing a photo shoot with both of them later on when it's cooler, to see how it looks. So yeah, that's my finished object, which I would have loved to finish much earlier, but now I'm so happy that it's finished, and yeah, ready to make other stuff. Then my next whip. Now I'm going into whips, so whips are work in progress. So what I'm working on at the moment is a pair of socks. So I normally have one or two pairs of socks on my needles. Most of the time more very simple one, vanilla one like this one, and on other times, and my god, my works are not going today. On other times a more textured one or with a pattern. So these are tall socks number 5. So yeah, just if you want to find it on Revolve, tall socks number 5. Last time I showed you I was where this Gandalf stitch marker from that wall based is. So I finished the foot, then did the gusset increases, did the heel, and now I'm like, I don't know, 20 rows above the heel, so I'm doing them toe up. I'm using a 2.5mm needle, 56 stitches, which is just my normal vanilla pattern, and I use this Grundle Hot Socks Laziz. It's this one. Let me try to show you, hopefully it's focusing. And color 4, this is just our standard 75 wool, 25 nylon, like one of those German brands, which I really love. So yes, that's it. So yeah, I was working on these socks, and then so I've not been home for 3 weeks, but I just went home last Tuesday for like one day, as I had a meeting that I needed to get to, and I just did a load of washing, and then I came back on Wednesday, saw my sister, and then yeah, my parents weren't even home, so I haven't seen them, so I saw only my sister on Wednesday, and that's it. So on the way back, I had a train journey of like 2 hours, one after the other, and then I had another smaller one, and I needed to eat as well. So on this 2-hour train journey, I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna knit, and then tomorrow I'm gonna knit as well, and then we're going to the cinema, and I wanted to finish the heel so I could knit on the leg in the cinema. So I was finishing up the foot and starting the gusset increases, and then I saw that my needle. So if you follow me on Instagram, I shared it. I don't know, do I have them here? No, I think I put it somewhere else. So I work on Chaigu red lace needles, and they're interchangeable. So you have your connection bit here, and then your needle screws into that. What I saw is that this red cable was coming loose from the connection bit. I was like, yeah, it's gonna be fine. So then what I did is the next morning I was like, okay, these socks are putting too much weight on the cable. I knew it was gonna snap. I've had it happen before, and this is because I've made a dress on 2.5mm needles, which had like at the end almost 600 grams of yarn on it, so that was all on one small cable. So yeah, I knew that will probably happen until I like got all new cables from working from a project. So I was like, okay, I'll just start a new pair of socks to knit in the cinema, and then those ones won't be so heavy, and they won't like strain on the thing. So these ones are tall socks number 6, so just the next one. Also 2.5mm needles and 56 stitches. So as you can see, I only have tutus, so I didn't work on this on the cinema because on the way from the train from my hometown to Kortrijk where my sister lives is about half an hour. I was like, I'll finish up these toes and then I can knit in the cinema all I want. And then my needle broke. So I didn't have any cinema knitting because like I had my the sleeve of my sweater to finish and I had it with me. But I couldn't finish that sleeve because yeah, I have to change multiple colors and then I had to do decreases and yeah, I was not gonna do that in the cinema. So yes, I only have 2 toes. I just now put it on another cable with needles that work, but those are the last 2 cables that I have to work for Magic Loop Sock. So I got some new cables, so probably the next time I podcast I'll tell you which new cables I got, just to make sure that I have enough to make socks. So yes, this yarn is this cake, and this yarn is sock yarn Lucky Bag from Happy Sheep, or 75/25 like I said, and this is color 6. So this is from Hobby Yarns. I just got a Lucky Bag with 5 yarns and this is one of them. So yeah, it's just I have them all at home in a basket and I was like, okay, this one looks nice, and these ones are also gonna be a vanilla pair of socks just because the self-striping, I find that it works best and I really like it, but this one is gonna be on hold until the other sock is finished. So those are like my small works in progress, and then I have one bigger work in progress which has been in progress for I think since March, but has been in hibernation while I was knitting on my sweater, and now I can take it up again. And this is Revolve by José Paquin. This is from one of the pom-pom quarterlies. I don't know exactly which one, but one of the spring or summer ones. And this is it. This is gonna be a knit t-shirt. I'm using Hosgarn Coast Held Double, which is 55% lamb's wool and 45% cotton. In like this is this gets a fingering weight gauge, but you even could get DK weight gauge with this Held Double because it really where is my swatch? It really fills out. So I don't know if you can see through it. No, maybe if I hold them next to each other, if you can see, like you don't really see the difference, but like me, if I hold this up, it's much softer because there's still spinning on it, so that's get washed out and just the stitches bloom. The yarn blooms perfectly. So I am making size 5 on 3.5mm needles, I think. Yes, 3.5mm needles. This is the back, so it should be like this. So you see, if I undo the rolling here, a little bit of shaping, and then I'm almost done. I think I need, so maybe wait, where are my stitch markers? Here. So this is what I had done previously, and this is what I have done in the last week almost, but like this much I have done in one day because I was watching lectures and I could just watch my lectures. I was rewatching them to then make sure that I got all the right information. So yes, I knit most of this while watching lectures on Monday, and then on other day I mostly knit 1 or 2 stripes on it because I am working still. So yeah, as you can see, these are 3 colors. So this is an Intarsia one and I'm almost done. I need to do like this is a couple of rows, is one of these blocks, so this is a repeat, and I think I need to finish the repeat I'm on and then do 3 more repeats, and that's when I'm finished with this. And then I just I don't know, do the edging, and then I pick up here and then I do like one shoulder to the other shoulder, and then I'll knit down. I'll see how it works out. As you can see, it looks completely random. It is also completely random, but I made a big chart which I wrote out 25 of these repeats just to make it easier and not have to pick on the spur of the moment. I make sure that it's a bit balanced because this pattern is written for 3 colors, and yeah, I use 5, so that makes a difference. Okay, Then the name of the colors for that, I'm gonna be using my swatch because that's easiest. So this gray one on top is lead, then this second one, bluey one, is steel, the one in the middle is tweed, the bluey one at the bottom here is kingfisher, and the last one, maybe if I show you this way, it's rolling up, is like this bluey gray one is river. So that's that. If I saw how much I could knit in one day on it, I think it will go pretty fast, because I have one more exam coming up, and now for the rest I'm gonna be working but less. And also I worked on my other project, so I think I'm gonna be like, I want to finish this one in 2 weeks, because then like my full-on vacation mode starts, and I like in the holidays I'm going everywhere and nowhere. So because of that, I'm like, okay, I want to finish this as fast as possible, and hopefully where it's still like, maybe not when it's 30 degrees, but when it's 25, it should be perfect. Okay, then what do I want to tell you? I have an acquisition that's also a future knitting one. So I got this yarn from Nicole C. Mendes. So this is in her strong sock base, which is 75 nylon wool and 25 nylon, just your standard sock yarn in the strong sock. And this is called Sock Island. So I think this is 100 grams and this is a 20 gram mini. So this is gonna be a self-striping one, and then I'm gonna be using the mini for heels, toes and cuffs. This is one of the featured yarn from Nitty Natty's Sock Week, which start on the 9th of July. And at that moment, on July 8th, I leave for summer camp. I'm going sailing with 13 and 14-year-olds in the Netherlands on a big boat. And I was thinking, maybe Sock Week, I'll be on the water that week. Sock Week is like in comparison to Shark Week, which is the idea of the knit along. So I was like, okay, I think I can manage to knit a pair of socks. I don't know, maybe I'll just start one, because it's this self-striping. Maybe I want to have it like exactly matched, because most of the time I don't care. Like as you saw, this self-striping looks very good. So maybe I'll just try to finish one sock on the boat and vlog it. That was an idea I had, like how much can I knit on summer camp while sailing on a boat? I don't know, maybe. If you like it, maybe let me know in the comments. It's an idea. So this is definitely gonna be cast on for that. But I need to first go home and use my Swift and yarn winder to get this wind up, because this is also not here, we're in my student home. So that's it. And then I have like 3 more ideas for future knitting project. I have talked about some of them. I will go into a lot of detail, because once I start them I will tell you everything about it. The first one is the Corin cardigan for the Crea Bea, and this is my swatch. I use just 100% cotton, this blue one. Once I start I'll tell you all the specs. I'm just too lazy to get it now. So I swatched with it, and I got gauge. I almost got gauge when it was not blocked, but cotton doesn't stretch that much. If you it does stretch, and this is a stretchy fabric, but it's not the same as wool. So as you can see, like, yeah. Am I showing you the right side even? Yes, I'm showing you the right side. So, but this looks very cool. I'm like, if I can have a complete cardigan in. So I think editing Sam will have put up a picture already. So this is one of them thing, very easy pattern. And I want to work this. Then I have the Traveler by Andrea Mowry, put in a picture as well. I showed it to you last week when I got this yarn, and now I've swatched it up. So this is one I'm almost already thinking, and then I was talking to you already earlier about the stumble dress. So this weekend, probably tonight, because I want to do something, I'm thinking about taking, like, if I have time I will be doing this, or otherwise it will be for next week when I'm home for longer, taking out my rainbow dress and starting, I think I have to wash the yarn and then hang it to dry, because it will it has been in a knit pattern for more than a year on very small needles, so I'm gonna wash it and dry it and make sure that like it's gonna be this noodle yarn that is flatter to knit with again, and then I have to swatch for my stumble dress. And those are these three patterns are stuff that I'm definitely gonna make. Now I just have to decide what I will be starting on, because my summer is very full. So now I'm gonna talk a bit about the next couple of weeks for me. So I'm going on summer camp, then I'm helping setting up a festival for a couple of weeks, then I'll be helping a week with taking it down, then I'm gonna be walking with my sister, and lastly I have another summer camp closer to home, just during the day, not at night, not sleeping there, not on the boat or anything, but on the water. It's gonna be everything with kayaking, canoeing, rafting, some like standing up paddling stuff. So this but that night I definitely have time to. But the thing is, for this, I think on the boat I just bring 1 or 2 socks, because I won't be knitting that much, I think. But during the setup of the festival, and like from 6 onwards, we're done, and then we are just all together, sitting, eating, drinking, talking, maybe having some snacks. And last year I had another project with me that worked, and everybody was like, okay, you can do this, cool. So now I'm like, okay, I want to do this again, and I'm needing to decide which pattern I want to bring. I think the current cardigan is not fitted for that, because it's not just knit and purl, it's like eyelets and then decreases to get this pattern, which is very lovely. But I think I could mess it up faster there, because sometimes I will be drinking, or I will be very tired but want to knit on something. So the other idea is this one, because this is just a couple of rows repeat with knitting and purling to get the right size. But this is a bottom up sweater. So yes, I don't know, I'm not that familiar with bottom up construction, so I'm always a bit afraid that that won't be too long, or I can't try it on. So yeah, for the other one is trying to get at the sleeve separation for my dress, because it's a raglan, like just do the raglan and then have the sleeve separation for my dress. But the problem with that dress is because I have to knit a completely new gaze swatch, do all the math for how many lines and stuff that I can do, because I fade in the different colors. If you haven't seen, I made a rainbow dress, so I have 7 colors which I fade into each other, so it's a complete thing. So it's gonna be depending probably on what the next 2 weeks bring, how much time I have to like dedicate to that, because I've been thinking about it for a couple of months now, and I'm just like, I have to do it just now. And I would love to have that with me at the festival, just because it's, if I'm like on the body or on the skirt and it's a very simple stockinette, like it's rows and rows of stockinette, that will be perfect. But otherwise it'll probably be this one or pairs of socks. We'll see, I'll definitely tell you. So what I hope to do is in 2 weeks, is just before I leave for summer camp, to then film a new episode, and then probably I'm gonna take a break for 2 months until the end of August, until like the real summer months in Belgium, like off of school, are from beginning of June to the end of August. And in September, because I'm in university, I'm free as well most of September. So I hope that maybe in September or at the end of August I can film again. But I'm gonna try to vlog how much I can knit, maybe on the boat, on summer camp, and then maybe I'll vlog while setting up the festival if I have some time to knit there or something. I don't know. I'm open to vlogging. Last year I did one vlog when I went to a knitting picnic in the Netherlands from a Dutch podcaster, which was lovely, and everybody loved that vlog. So I would love to vlog again, and I think I just have to do it. And if I don't like it, whatever, I don't post it. But yeah, or I post it, and if nobody watches, whatever, but it's something for me to look back on as well. The only thing is, like, I can't show pictures of the kids while I'm on summer camp. So which is normal. I am their head summer camp leader. I'm the one that needs to care for them if anything happens and make sure everything goes to plan. So I'll definitely won't be sharing them on the video, but I can give you some like scenery and yeah, whatever. We'll see what happens. I'll try to do that. Then what happened in the last 2 weeks? So as I told you, I had an exam just after I filmed the last episode, which went good. I think it was a religions exam. So I had three open questions, and yeah, I just answered them, and we'll see when I get my grade in how I did. Then I went to my godfather for a weekend. It was lovely. We played games. We sat outside in the shade reading. I went to one of his concerts. Yeah, just a nice day. Then I got back, and then I had a week that I like. On next Tuesday I have my next exam, so I almost had 3 weeks. So the first week after my exam I just did a little bit of reading in my book, because it's a philosophy exam now, so it's more like just you have to know the concept, you have to know the people. So I read my book once, and then I'm now reading it again, watching lectures, using summaries, asking questions to myself. So I am studying, but just in between working. So I had 2 full days of sports days where it was pirate team. So I walked around as a pirate, melting in the hot sun. Then I went back home for 1 day, just for a meeting for the festival that I'm helping setting up. Then I saw my sister. We went to the cinema. We went to see Guardians of the Galaxy 3. So we really like seeing Marvel films together, and one of the things I do is, if possible, I try to give, or it's plasma or blood platelets, sometimes blood when it's necessary, and when you donate you get thank you cards, and those thank you cards you can like give back, and then you can like switch, can like get stuff like books, and I don't know, they have tablecloths, they have, what do they have? They have blankets, cushions, books, all different stuff, but they also have cinema tickets. So I really love if I go a couple of times, more than enough, then I have enough thank you cards, and then I can like get a couple of cinema tickets, and then my sister and me, we can go to the cinema together, which we love, and most of the time we go and see the new Marvel movies. So now we saw Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which we loved. We were, again, the only ones in the cinema. This has happened before, so we like to go around the movie that's playing on like 4 or 5 o'clock on a normal work day, and it has happened a couple of times now that we are like 4 or 5 people in the cinema, or it's just the 2 of us, and now again it was just the 2 of us, which is also nice, because then you can talk to each other during the movie without people like feeling interrupted or something. So yeah, that is what I did. And then I came back, worked a couple of other days, and then on Saturday of last week I went to see Pink. So next weekend it's Werchter. Werchter is music festival here of 4 days, but like since I think a month the podium is ready, it's already set up. So last weekend they had 1 day, they had 2 different festival days which were separate from each other. So I went on the Saturday, so I biked there, I saw Gold Band, or like more hear them, because I was still in line trying to get in, because everything went a bit slow and you need to get checked and everything. And I saw Ellie Goulding, I saw One Republic, which I loved. I love a lot of their songs, and then live is the lead singer is just bursting energy all the way. And then after that, of course, the headliner was for 2 hours Pink. I saw her there, not on just a festival day, but on the complete festival 4 years ago, and just loved it then, and I loved it now again. And then yeah, I cannot buy some merch, so this is from her new CD, her new tour. She's just amazing. She's an acrobat next to a singer, so she's completely, yeah, she's twirling around in the air and singing and then dancing, and yeah. So I sung my heart out. If you follow me on Instagram, you maybe saw that I shared some stuff while I was dancing. I was there alone, so I biked there for 45 minutes, and there were a couple of people that I knew that were there, but like just like I knew them. It's not like they're my bestest friends and I would love to spend the day together. It's like if we saw each other we would have talked and probably stayed together, but it was not that I was looking for them, and I was just alone and I enjoyed it on myself. It's one of the things that I'm getting used to, is if I really want to do something and it doesn't work out with other people, then just go on your own. And yeah, I didn't care at that moment what anybody thought of me. I was just singing and dancing as loud and as big as I could, and yeah, I was just enjoying myself. And then I needed to bike back 45 minutes, but the problem is then everybody leaves almost at the same time after the concert is done. So I stayed, I got my water bottle filled, I bought another shirt for my cousin, and then I was like, okay, now it's time to go. And then I still had to wait about 20 minutes to just get out, like off the terrain, and then it took about 15 minutes for like what should have been a 5-minute walk, because everybody was walking through this narrow street, so it was very busy. And then I got to the biking parking lot, and there I had to wait as well, which I was completely like I knew this was gonna happen. So what they do is you get a wristband with a number on it, and then there's a wristband that they also put on your bike, so you have the same number, just to make sure that you leave with your bike and you don't steal anybody else's bike. So it's a good thing, like I was sure my bike was safe and I was sure that I would get home with my bike, but it just takes a long time because everybody needs to be checked. And then once you leave there, you have to like walk, you have to bike in between the people that are walking to their cars, and then you get to the car parking lot, so then you have people that are walking, people that are biking, the cars that wants to get out. So yeah, it's like the first 1 or 2 kilometers is just like starting, stopping, walking, trying to get in between cars to go faster. But like once that was done, it was just like 40 more minutes of just biking back, and I was very happy that I did it, because I also could have taken the bus, and they were an online bus which was about 20 minutes, but while I was biking I probably saw about 10 buses passing by with like filled, and then it was so hot, and yeah, I was like, I'm happy here. And then the next day I went back to the festival. It was another day. Then so the first day was called Werther Boutique. The second day was classic. So classic, more back to the all-time people, you can say. And the headliner that night was Bruce Springsteen, but I didn't have a ticket. I just went to work at one of the VIP bars. So I was at the buffet serving people, helping clean up, and then we were just done in time. I think we didn't see the first 15 or 20 minutes of the concert of Bruce Springsteen, but for the rest we saw everything more than 2 hours. So he played about 2 hours and 45 minutes. So we saw about 2 hours and 20 minutes or something. So yeah, more than enough, and I really liked it. It was one thing, like I wouldn't have bought a ticket just to see him, because the other artists that they weren't completely my thing. But yeah, I'm happy that I could work and then could get a chance to see him. And yeah, so those were 2 days there, like hard intensive days with walking, dancing, enjoying myself, biking. And then this week I had 2 more days of sport days as Pirates, and a couple of days, like 1 day of babysitting, like just late afternoon, evening, and also 1 day of completely studying when I needed most on my top, and like watch my lectures and go back. So now I am going to edit this, then I'm going to pack my bags, go to Dresden to do my shift there, and then go home, see my parents, see my sister. My parents I haven't seen in 3 weeks, my sister it's been almost 2 weeks, so yeah, I'm happy to see them again. And then next week I'll have my exam on Tuesday, and then I'm done for the school year. And then I have a couple of things I'm going back and forth from my hometown to here because I have another shift to work here, but then I need to be home to do stuff. I'm staying in this room. So last year I moved from a different city to here because I needed to, for the university I needed to change campuses, but this year I'm staying here, so like most of my stuff can stay here, but like all my knitting and my crochet stuff needs to come home with me. All my plants need to come home so I can take care of them for 2 months at home because I won't be here. A lot of my clothes need to come back with me, so yes, I'm planning that as well. So I'm probably gonna be coming up with the car once to take all the plants with me, and then a couple of other times, so just a big backpack to take other stuff. So yes, maybe I'll share some of that on Instagram, so you can follow me on Instagram for that. And for the rest, I don't know, enjoy my week of just planning my summer camp before everything starts. And then my summer begins, and I'm so excited, so ready for it, but a lot of things have to be done first, like that exam. So that's gonna be it. Oh my god, this last part was a bit rambly, but I hope you liked it. I always like hearing what other people are doing when I'm watching podcasts. I think that's everything I wanted to say. So I hope to see you in 2 weeks. And if it's not, probably look out for a vlog or something from me. And otherwise, you know, it will be at the end of August when I'm back from all the stuff. And I hope to show you then a lot of things, because I think I have done a lot of knitting in between all my summer plans. So I hope to see you next time. Like and subscribe, because this really helps just to show other people what I'm doing, and I just want to share the knitting and crochet content with everything, all the yarny things. And I think that's it. Okay, hope to see you next time.